Bill O'Reilly here. You are listening to the O'Reilly Update. Coming up next, the news with Mike Slater.
Thank you, Bill. It is Monday, October 30th, 2023. Here's what's happening today in America. Armored vehicles in Gaza. Pence decision. Candy is expensive. And Matthew Perry has passed away. It's all coming up. Then Bill will be here with your message of the day. But first, IDF has released photographs of Israeli armored vehicles on the beach in Gaza. The IDF, Israeli Defense Forces, say they have killed the leader of Hamas's aerial operations. And Israel says they have killed the guy behind the mastermind of the, I don't like the word mastermind, but the guy behind the October 7th attacks. Meanwhile, the president of Turkey says he may come to Gaza's aid. There was a huge rally in Turkey where the president said that Israel is engaging in a massacre and said Turkey can, quote, come at any night unexpectedly. Former Vice President Mike Pence has dropped out of the presidential race. He's never really sure what he thought his lane was going to be exactly, but says it's time to go. Quote, it's become clear to me this is not my time. We always knew it would be an uphill battle, but I have no regrets. Pence is the first major candidate, I guess you could call him that. His peak polling was 6%. His polling last week was at 3%. So, it's above 1%. I guess that makes you a major candidate. The average polls across the country, nationwide polls, Nikki Haley at 8%, Ron DeSantis at 14%, Donald Trump at 57%. Candy, very expensive this year. Second year in a row with double-digit inflation. Candy and gum, 13% more expensive than last year, which itself was 14% more expensive than the year before. All grocery prices are 6% more expensive. One reason, the Ivory Coast produces 40% of the world's cocoa. They have a drought. And Brazil, which is the second largest producer of sugar behind India, they banned exports of sugar because they have too much rain. They had a monsoon. Sugar prices are at a 12-year high. Friends actor Matthew Perry, who played Chandler Bing, was found dead in his hot tub at his house on Sunday night. He had a long battle with addiction. He said in his memoir he went to 6,000 AA meetings, went to rehab 15 times, and has been in detox 65 times, and spent $9 million trying to get sober. He had his first drink when he was 14 and started drinking consistently when he was 18. 3 years after Friends premiered, he was in a jet ski accident, became addicted to Vicodin. He says he took 55 pills in one day. Matthew Perry was 54. Bill O'Reilly with your message of the day. Next.
Everything is expensive these days, you know that. The government is printing trillions of dollars and consumer prices higher than ever. If the government continues its printing and spending, the dollar could continue its free fall and lose its coveted role as the world reserve currency. Let's hope that doesn't happen. But there are a few things you can do right now. American Hartford Gold can show you how to protect your money, your retirement, your hard-earned savings against inflation by helping you diversify a portion of your portfolio into physical gold and silver. Start with a short phone call, and they can have physical gold and silver delivered right to your door or put inside your 401k or IRA. Call 877-444-GOLD, 877-444-GOLD, or text GOLD to 65532. Again, that's 877-444-GOLD, or text GOLD to 65532. Time now for the O'Reilly Update message of the day. On this Monday, I was thinking about the Maine mass killing over the weekend. Maine is one of my favorite states. I know it very well. It is a rural state, doesn't have the urban problems of places like New York, LA, Chicago. And then you have some mentally ill guy run out and murder at least 18, maybe more, human beings for no reason. The guy is a maniac. Okay, so then you have the chorus that always comes in after shootings like this. Oh, what are we going to do about it? What regulations, what laws? Let me run this down in a sane, very incisive way. The Second Amendment is always going to be there. That guarantees Americans the right to protect themselves with firearms. That's why the Founding Fathers put it in. It is self-protection. Now, of course, that's been distorted, and guns are used to kill innocent people as the main thing and to commit crimes. But essentially, this country gives its citizenry the right to protect itself with firearms. Again, not going to change. But what could and should change is the individual states regulating public safety. There's a difference between New York City and Lewiston, Maine. And we need sane public safety laws. I'm Bill O'Reilly. I approve the message by writing it. You can reach me, Bill at BillO'Reilly.com, Bill at BillO'Reilly.com, name and town if you wish to opine. Now let's go to the mail. Dave Z, Tokyo, Japan. Hey, Bill, the media is obsessed with the 200 hostages being held by Hamas and expecting the Israeli force to change battle plans accordingly. As you report in your excellent book, Killing the Killers, terrorists are fond of killing hostages at the last moment before they're being rescued. The more value the media places upon the hostages, the more valuable they become to the terrorists. I don't know. I think that you have to try to get everything you can to get these innocent people away from the harm that will befall them. Right. Every day harm is befalling them. I understand what you're saying, but the media can't ignore that. It's a huge humanitarian story, and it's also damning to Hamas. Who's holding the hostages? Now Hamas can say, hey, we're going to release all the hostages, but you can't come in here to Gaza. That's the deal. We'll make it a trade. No, that you can't do. Vince Solano, Illinois, we didn't cease fire after the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor. The reason the world is in turmoil is because President Biden's brain is in turmoil. Biden's not responsible directly for Hamas. You can make a case that Biden's weakness encourages disorder, and I have made that case. Mike Concierge, remember I had a friend come back from San Diego State after visiting her daughter. She had to explain to her daughter what was going on in Israel because she and her friends were clueless. Most college campuses are dialed into this, at least somewhat. San Diego is a nice place. They might be surfing out there. I don't know. In a moment, something you might not know. If you own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles and have an auto warranty about to expire or have no warranty at all, listen up. Car Shield has a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that's now available to the public. Save on out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. So please call Car Shield now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. 800-925-7584 for a free quote. This protection plan is at an all-time low in price. Drivers who activate the vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. So please call for your free quote, 800-925-7584, 800-925-7584. Hey, what do you have to lose? 800-925-7584. Now, the O'Reilly Update brings you something you might not know. Halloween is tomorrow. More than 40 million Americans will suit up for some partying and trick-or-treating. The most popular costume for the 10th year in a row, zombies. Unlike other creatures that originated in Hollywood, zombie folklore has its roots in a unique Afro-Caribbean religion. Here is the story behind voodoo. The belief system began in West Africa. Local tribes believed the spirits of their ancestors could be invoked using rituals and music. Shamans called Hungans combined herbs, shells, fish, animal parts, and bones to create toxic stews that induced trance-like conditions. Therefore, the person went into a zombie state. The practice was brought to Haiti in the 17th century when Africans were imported to work on French plantations. A new religion developed, blending tribal tradition and Roman Catholicism. They called it voodoo, Creole for spirit of God. The tenets of voodoo are as follows. Two worlds exist simultaneously, the physical and the spiritual. Souls travel to the spiritual realm after death, where ancestors serve as both a guide and a protector. There are 232 different deities in voodoo, with the Christian God being the most powerful. Communication with the dead is possible using animal sacrifice, prayer circles, and dance ceremonies. Priests can temporarily place a soul inside another person. The effects can last anywhere from minutes to days. Voodoo was brought to North America through the Atlantic slave trade. It spread to New Orleans, across the South, and eventually to the Northeast. And here's something else you might not know. Despite its colonial roots, voodoo remains a thriving religion to this day. Throughout the Western Hemisphere, 60 million people practice voodoo. That's more than a population of Jews and Sikhs combined. Back after this. If you or your business is falling behind filing your tax returns, or if you owe more than $10,000 in back taxes to the IRS, please listen carefully. The Biden administration just unveiled an $80 billion plan to modernize the IRS and reduce the unpaid tax debt. Are you tired of the IRS letters, levies, liens, or wage garnishments? You do not have to face the IRS alone. Hire Anthem Tax Services. They can help you settle your delinquent tax problems and all collections, and may even be able to reduce your back taxes significantly. If Anthem Tax Service cannot reduce your current monthly payment with the IRS or state, or they don't put you in a better position, you might qualify for the 100% money back guarantee. Please call Anthem Tax Services 800-810-9193, 800-810-9193, 800-810-9193. Thank you for listening to the O'Reilly Update. I am Bill O'Reilly. No spin, just facts, and always looking out for you.